Ahead of the two-year anniversary of Roe v. Wade being overturned, Donald Trump once again bragged over the weekend about being responsible for that Supreme Court decision. Speaking at a Christian conference on Saturday, Trump claimed that everybody, including Democrats, wanted to see Roe overturned. In a separate moment, he also told the crowd that after this presidential election, he doesn't care whether they vote or not.
The whole thing was they wanted the Roe v. Wade was federal, and they wanted it all back in the states where the people could vote and make their decisions. It's now up to the will of the people in each state. Some states will be more conservative, other states will be more liberal. It's happening now. You see the votes are all taking place, and it's the way every legal scholar and just about all the Democrats and all the Republicans and conservatives and liberals, they all wanted it that way, and we did something that was amazing. Christians go to church, but they don't vote that much. Do you know the power you have if you would vote? It wouldn't even be. So you got to get out and vote. Just this time, I don't care. In 4 years, you don't have to vote, okay? In 4 years, don't vote. I don't care, but we'll have it all straightened out.
Trump also over the weekend suggested a UFC-style fighting league for migrants. Meanwhile, also ahead of the second anniversary of the Dobbs decision, Mika sat down with Vice President Kamala Harris and reproductive rights advocate Hadley Duvall. Here's part of that important conversation.
What is at stake in this election?
So much. You know, if you have a woman in your life that means something to you, her life is at stake. It does not matter if she is 12, 9, 34, you know, it really does not matter. If there is a woman who is in that reproductive age, then, you know, her life is at stake during this election. And it does not matter if you've never voted Democrat in your life, you know, it's get off your high horse, because women, we don't get to choose, you know, a whole lot, and you at least can choose who you can vote for. And there is a lot of things that need to be worked on. And, you know, we can't get it all done, but at the very least, we could get out of women's business when it involves their health care. And I've always said, you know, I'm pro minding your own business. Live your religion, you know, live it loudly, but don't expect your religion to make the laws.
And Madam Vice President, 2 years to the day that Roe was overturned, what's at stake in this election?
I agree with Hadley. Everything is at stake. And fundamentally, on this issue, it's about freedom. And every person of whatever gender should understand that if such a fundamental freedom, such as the right to make decisions about your own body, can be taken, be aware of what other freedoms may be at stake.
The small percentage of the country that is pro-life, because predominantly the numbers show that people support abortion across the board nationally. Can you explain that abortion is not just for people who are pregnant, that this is health care?
It is health care, and
Dr. Harris.
Yes, exactly. Yes, correct. And you are right, and you are right that this issue really does present a health care crisis in America.
Yeah.
Including the fact that I am, as it turns out, the first vice president, and no president has visited a reproductive care clinic.
Right.
And one of the reasons I went to that clinic was to highlight that in those clinics that are trusted in the community, there is you can get a PAP,
right?
Breast cancer screening, HIV screening, the things that where people want to be able to walk into a healthcare facility and be treated with dignity and without judgment, so they can address their health care concerns. That's what these clinics do. And in states where they've passed these Trump abortion bans, these clinics are closing, which means that there is a reduction of very essential health care across the board for a lot of people.
Mika's full interview with Vice President Harris is ahead today on Morning Joe. You will not want to miss that. Next up here, we'll turn to sports, and we'll show you the moment that climate protesters created chaos in the final moments of a golf tournament. Plus, a big name for Team USA track and field punches his ticket to Paris, and we'll bring you a preview of Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals tonight. We'll have all that, a check on the forecast to start the work week, straight ahead.
Hey there, MSNBC fans. I'm Luke Russert, and be sure to join me, Rachel Maddow, Jen Psaki, Lawrence O'Donnell, Steve Kornacki, Joy Reid, and many more September 7th in Brooklyn, MSNBC Live Democracy 2024. Click on the link for ticket information. We will see you there.